But my thing is that at least kids should sit down.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that is the one thing that you lose. You know, all the property programmes that you watch, they're always saying, oh, fantastic, if it's for the family market, it has a kitchen breakfast room. That's the sort of what everybody wants. But you're absolutely right. If you do that, what it means is that there is no dedicated room where you sit down together and eat a meal. So I think if you're going to do that, if you're going to have this open plan kitchen breakfasty thing, well, let's face it, you cook, you do your homework, you're probably on the laptop, you're eating, you're doing all of this together. When it comes to mealtime, you have to be quite sort of strict about saying, right, now we are actually sitting down and eating. But isn't it great, I think, that we no longer have this kitchen out the back? It was always at the north dark end of the house, so the food was, you know, preserved. So this dark, dark kitchen where the cook, or mummy now, is out the back cooking, and then you have to sort of scurry through into the dining room. I don't know about you, but with 3 kids in my house, we never sit down for more than 30 seconds before someone has to get up, go and get a cloth, go and get some ketchup or something, or come back through. It's so much easier if it's all in one room.
But Liz, what happens if you're giving a dinner party, say, which I think still people do, and you're there cooking with a table just beside you, and you drop that chicken? Everybody sees you. Whereas if you've got to
put it under the tap,
put
it back on the
But if you have a separate area, at least you can kind of close away all the dishes and then be normal with your friends, etc.
You can, but also, when I've been to friends' houses for dinner where we are in a separate dining room, you very often don't see whoever it is that's done the cooking, because they're through in this other room, you know, and will come through and bring you some food while it's hot and then go away again. And I find that such a shame. My parents have a dining room, but my kids don't like eating in it. They'd rather eat at the little kitchen table, because it's more friendly, really.
I think all our parents, we were saying all our parents have a dining room, still have a dining room, don't we? Do you think manners have deteriorated, though, Jean, since the dining room?
I certainly do, because, you know, my theory, as I was saying to Liz earlier, that most children now seem to sit in front of a computer and they eat out of a box, or, you know, I mean, that's sounding really ghastly, but I think that they never have time to sit down with their parents in the evening. And I think, you know, whether it's an open-plan kitchen and a dining area, I think it should be a way that youngsters learn how to eat with a knife and fork. Because believe it or not, Sean, I have to teach kids how to use a knife and fork.
Because they eat with their hands.
Because they eat with their hands, and they do this transit food where they're on the move all the time.
Fork.
And one fork.
That drives me
nuts. Absolutely.
What's wrong with a knife?
Do you think it'll go full circle, though? I mean, the trend now is for these open-plan eating, living areas. Do you think it'll come around and in a few years' time, people are going, it's got a separate dining room?
I think that's a very interesting point, actually, because if you were to go back a long way, a long, long way, a couple of hundred years, you know, we all had one room. There was one fire. That's all you could afford. So you would eat and cook and live in one room. And then, you know, the Victorians came along, they had a lot of money, and then, boy, did they like to show off. So let's build another room just for eating in, you know. So they did all of that. And then now, you know, we've gone back to this idea of all living together. I completely agree. I think I can see in 50, 60 years' time, we're all going to be building partition walls to separate.
And the return, we might get the return of table manners, and children getting down from the table saying,
who knows?
Excuse me from the table, thank you for my tea.
But you're a fine one to talk with, you dropping the chicken all the time. I'm not coming out to your place.
It sounds very
I've
dodgy,
never done it, but if I ever do, I'll wash it down, as you say.
Thanks very much.
Welcome.
Thank you.